Darkest Hour is directed by Joe Wright and stars Gary Oldman, Lily James, Kristin Scott Thomas, and Ben Mendelsohn. It is set in the early 1940s during the Second World War and takes place over the span of the first few weeks of Winston Churchill's tenure as the Prime Minister of Great Britain. The threat of invasion is imminent and Churchill, played by Gary Oldman, is forced to explore a peace treaty with the Nazis. Most history movies become kind of boring at times due to their focus on political aspects which may not be very interesting to many. A good example for this would be The Post, a film from this year. Darkest Hour also falls victim to this at times, but is quite entertaining for the majority of its runtime. In my opinion, this is what a history film should be like, informative, yet entertaining. Darkest Hour tells the story of these true events in a very interesting way. It focuses heavily on Winston Churchill as a character, which is very important because just knowing that this was a real person and these are true events is not enough to make us care about him. Interactions between characters were a great plus point for this movie. A significant character in this film is Elizabeth Layton, Winston Churchill's secretary. Such a character could have gotten annoying as shit very fast because the film does spend a lot of time on her, but fortunately, that never happens. There are some really powerful moments between her and the Prime Minister. Also a good performance by Lily James. Another standout to me was Ben Mendelsohn as the King of the United Kingdom. There are some really powerful scenes between him and Gary Oldman. I also like the scenes Winston Churchill had with his wife, which add more humanity to this character. As I said, the character interactions are a very strong point for this movie. There is also a lot more humor here than I expected and it works pretty well. The humor never seems forced and fits the tone of this movie. At last, I must mention Gary Oldman's amazing performance. This is probably the best performance of the year. I never saw him the movie. I just saw Winston Churchill. The moments that stand out the most to me are the speeches he gives throughout the movie. They were no doubt my favorite scenes from the movie. Especially the very last one, which was one of the best monologues I have heard in a while. He already won a Golden Globe for this performance and will probably win an Oscar as well. Also, Mr. Oldman looks exactly like Winston Churchill in this. When you compare pictures of him to his character, you definitely won't be able to recognize him. So props to the makeup artists who made this possible. Darkest Hour is a great film and I suggest you go watch it if you enjoy history films. Compared to other history films, it moves quite fast but still does slow down at times. If you do not enjoy this genre, this probably won't change your mind, but if you do, then you really should go and watch this movie. The score I will give Darkest Hour is 8.2 out of 10. Thanks for watching this review. I hope this video was helpful or at least enjoyable. Please subscribe to my channel for future uploads. I will be leaving now. Goodbye.